Cruncher Smith. You notice that what happens inside here, we see some clinching. That's what exactly Bone Cruncher Smith did. But inside, you may see that Mike Tyson still works. Still throws punches.
He's not giving Thomas a chance to unload that jab.
What Angelo Dundee wants Pinklon Thomas to do is give him angles. Don't stand directly in front of Mike Tyson, because you see here, Mike can throw punches from either angle and with a lot of power.
Now Dundee said Tyson is a two-beat fighter. What he means by that is he comes in, he feigns left, he feigns right. There's a big left hand by Tyson, but Thomas is all right.
You know why Tyson's able to nail so many guys? Because he doesn't throw one or two punches. He throws a series of combinations, and one of those punches is going to land. The left hook there. Beautiful left hook.
He has just not let Thomas uncork the jab. He's on top of him before Thomas can let the jab go.
Well, I stated earlier, the key to this punch for Pinklon Thomas is the jab. He has not thrown the left jab to keep his man off balance. You see that it breaks your rhythm. The jab breaks the rhythm.
Another big left hand. Thomas is hurt.
We see more clinching here. But Tyson did not go to the body.
And another left hand. Rarely do you see Tyson throw only one punch.
People can't take too much more of this because he's standing straight up, upright, and all Tyson's doing is nailing.
His legs are not rock solid at this moment either.
Watch for the uppercut buried by Mike Tyson inside. I think he has one of the most devastating uppercuts in the heavyweight division. The hands of Pinklon Thomas, especially on the right hand, is starting to drop to his side.
Thomas has a long way to go in this first round, too, as you can see. 50 seconds left in the round. Long way.
There's the uppercut.
And a big left hand right on the jaw of Pinklon Thomas. Thomas is in all kinds of trouble. Still 30 seconds to go in the round.
What's the uppercut?
It'll be all Thomas can do to get through this round. Seconds remaining, so he will get through this one. Brutal first round.
Well, Pinklon Thomas was true to his word. He came to fight. That was one of the most combative rounds that we've seen Tyson in.
But he's all right. Leave him the fuck alone.
Quiet, Angelo.
But leave him alone.
Tinky, look up at me.
Leave him alone. God damn it. Leave this fucking man alone. Jesus Christ. Get away from this man. No, you're nothing.
There's a left hand plus the right. It was the left hand that was the hard punch. But Tyson kept coming, but Thomas kept coming right back. Thomas is showing that he has something of a champion's heart. The last champion in with Tyson gave a feeble defense of his title. He's trying to make something happen, which of course may not be the best way to fight Mike Tyson. I've never seen Angelo that angry. Have you, Ray?
Well, Angelo has a tendency to get excited because I guess he doesn't want anybody to overreact.
Thomas did make something happen, I'll say that. The wrong something, though. Swelling and a bit of a cut under the left eye of Thomas. There's another left hand by Tyson.
Was the ring physician was checking Pinklon Thomas' eye, and that's why Angelo got so upset. And here we don't really see clinching. All the guys are doing is basically just standing there. Clinching now by Pinklon Thomas, and we see that Mike Tyson is still going to work. He's working the free hand, and that's what his trainer Kevin Rooney told him to do.
Angelo Dundee telling Thomas, just stay away from this guy.
I'm expecting to see a lot of guys tie up Mike Tyson.
That was another huge left hook by Tyson.
You see what happens with the left jab, man? It stops the man's rhythm. And the less jabs you throw, the more of Mike Tyson you're going to see.
Thomas continuing to lean on Tyson rather than fight him in long range.
Well, what Pinklon needs to do is push his man off or either back away. I don't think he needs to be there. Not inside, not with the uppercut that Mike Tyson possesses. Mike's trying to push him off, but then again, Mike should be working that free hand. The right hand of Mike Tyson is free.
Crowd started to boo here, reminiscent of the last fight, of course. There's the left hook again.
Break it up, break it up.
Mike Tyson now is starting to jab Pinklon Thomas.
Well, Kevin Rooney told us that Tyson's jab was better than Thomas. Said he knocked Alfonso Ratliff down with a jab.
Now see, Mike needs to work, whatever hand is free, he needs to work those little body shots. Mike is more so tempted to stay there.
There's a good jab by Thomas. Counter punching right hand.
The jab sets you up for the right hand.
That wasn't a bad round for Thomas. I thought he fought him more intelligently, used his left hand. What he hasn't been doing, Ray, is moving side to side.
Well, he stands directly in front of Mike Tyson. That's what Mike Tyson did those punches off.
You gotta go to war with the guy here, you understand? But you gotta put the pressure on him. You get the jab snapping, you're pushing it out. You gotta snap it out. You know what I mean with this guy? You get inside now, you're not punching on body punch. You go right like that thing out. You get inside, you watch this, you play it like that, do nothing. You understand? And that, you made that on a little push, you still won. Get on this guy, get on this guy.
He's going low.
Watch it. What do you want? Look at this. Nice and smart. You be first with everything. First. Everything. Give him movement. Let's go. That's the beginning of the end for this sucker. Let's do it. Come on.
Get on that jab and being a little more aggressive. Come on now. Don't be fucking out this guy. You understand? Come on. Be aggressive.
Trying to get Thomas to be the first one shooting the left hand. That was Angelo Grundy's instruction.
Well, there it is. He has to be first, right, because he has to stop that rhythm of Mike Tyson.
On the other side of that coin, Kevin Rooney and Mike Tyson's corner saying that he's pushing his jab, that he's got to snap it more.
Angelo wants a little bit more lateral movement from Pinklon Thomas.
Okay, break it up, break it up.
Kevin Rooney is yelling from his corner for Mike Tyson to punch out. He needs to go work that hand, work that free hand.
Ray, is Mike Tyson now forcing the clinches? It seems to me he's going in sometimes to clinch.
He appears to be more conscious of it, and in fact, he himself wrapped his arm around Pinklon Thomas' arm. I think Mike Tyson is so conscious of that now. But you see what happens there? Every time that Pinklon gives a little lateral movement, throws his jab, he's able to be a little more elusive on the punch than Mike Tyson. So as long as he stays in front of Mike, Mike's going to land punches. Mike is like he's perpetual motion.
Swelling on both cheeks. There was a butt.
Okay, watch your head.
No damage, though, but you hear Carlos Padilla saying, watch the head. Trying to say swelling on both cheeks. There's a good jab again by Thomas.
That's what's going to break the rhythm. You need to break the rhythm with the jab. He's coming with the right hand also. So if he lands those punches, you got to step right or step left.
Looks as though there might be a little cut above the left eye of Pinklon Thomas. I think that's where the blood is coming from. We'll see.
Okay. Bring it up.
Thomas's people say that his jab is second only to that of Sonny Liston.
I don't like what the Pinklon Thomas is doing. As he throws those, he attempts to throw those two punches, you'll notice that he comes straight up. He comes upright. And that's in line with the left hook of Mike Tyson.
I'm sure that isn't cut over the left eye of Thomas. I think it's blood from somewhere else, just off the glove of Mike Tyson. 15 seconds remaining, round 3. And Tyson is the one who seems to want to fight inside. And want to hold.
For one of the few times since we've seen Mike Tyson, I gave his opponent the round.
No, he's butting the heck out of you. He's got to go, but nail him. But go first. Don't lay in the clinches. I want you to go first out of everything, okay? Guy's bumped, getting desperate. He's trying to butt the heck out of you, you know what I mean? It's all right. I want you to go first with everything. If he comes jumping at you, go for him.
You're here, you understand? You're here. You gotta go out there and do it. You understand me? Keep the jab and use the goddamn
Let's take a look at Pinklon Thomas's jab right here.
Well, you see what happens there? It just knocks you off balance, especially if it's a good stinging jab like Pinklon Thomas possessed. It keeps you out of rhythm.
He hasn't shown much fear of Tyson.
Well, Thomas has said that Tyson has fought the C-class fighters and the B-class fighters, and now he's fighting an A-class fighter for the first time.
I was really expecting to see a lot of clinches from Pinklon Thomas because I think he picked something up from the Bone Crusher Smith fight. But he has to be a little busier than Bone Crusher.
Thomas said he looked at all the 15 or all the fights that went the distance of Mike Tyson. He didn't look at any of the knockouts. And I asked him who fought him the best in your opinion, and he said Jose Ribalta and Quick Tillett. The right hand by Tyson that caught Thomas above the ear.
D'Angelo wants Pinklon to be first. And what Pinklon is doing, actually, he's fighting the same tempo as Mike Tyson, same pace. He needs to pick his pace a little bit, like he did just then. Mike Tyson retaliates with a few punches of his own. I mean, the left jab can go downstairs, it can go upstairs. It can actually be the punch guard to win the fight.
Okay, bring it up. Come on. Come on. Oh, no. Bring it up. Step up.
Also, talking with Pinklon Thomas, he also said that the way that Mike Tyson holds his glove close to his chest, he thinks he has the power to hit the glove, and his glove will actually hit himself.
It does seem to be Mike Tyson. He really is the person who's tying up Pinklon Thomas more than Pinklon Thomas is tying up Mike Tyson.
Put it up. Okay. Step up.
Good right hand. Now the right hand is starting to fall. But it's not going to be 1-2. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's those kind of combinations you need to throw against Mike Tyson. And some body shots.
Very slowly, Pinklon Thomas is getting himself into this fight. Starting to get a little bit of a rhythm here. And I think really starting to confuse Mike Tyson a little bit, right? He scored with that uppercut.
Pinklon Thomas, no question about it, has a great chin.
Okay, bring it up.
But I don't think he wants to prove that too often.
Took a lot of punishment in the first round.
From what I see, Pinklon Thomas controlled that round. And he's making the champion look a little bit sick right now. A little confused.
Here, take this. And do this. Open up. Spit that out. Michael, you have a great jab. You're not using it at all. I want to see a snappy, hard jab. You're not fighting jab. We're going to fight. We're going to fight or we're going to bullshit. Huh? We're going to fight or we're going to bullshit. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Harold, how do you score this fight so far?
Larry, 3 rounds to 1, 39-36 in favor of Mike Tyson. I thought he won big enough to deserve an extra point in the first round. Did good in the second and the third, and Pinklon had a good 4th round.
I have it 2-2.
Let's see some steam out of that shot, okay? You got me?
Come on. Come on. What a better fight. Go.
Good combination by Kevin Rooney on Mike Tyson.
Well, Kevin Rooney wants to see more jabs from Mike Tyson.
And again, Pinklon Thomas is doing exactly what Angelo Dundee said. He is getting off first. He got off first that time with the right hand. And now the jab is effective. Blood under the left eye of Thomas. Not in a place you would think it would cause him a lot of trouble. Fighter become aware of being cut. I heard Thomas a couple rounds ago ask if he was cut.
Let's give a good cut, man. Just like that was a good right hand by Pinklon Thomas. Yeah, that's a good cut, man. You don't worry about that if you're a seasoned professional. Unless it really bothers you. The swelling. Pinklon needs to bend a little bit more than these. He's too upright. You see that jab? You see again. Keeps him off balance.
Now
Makes him weak.
It's also starting to go side to side pretty well too.
That jab, as long as you use it consistently, will keep anyone off balance. It'll make you reach in. Your right hand will land. And you'll find it'll be a much easier fight.
Pinklon Thomas really is almost starting to control the tempo of the fight. Tyson is almost fighting Thomas's fight rather than the opposite. And I've never seen that happen.
Okay, bring it up.
I was expecting to see more punches thrown by Mike. And in fact, he needs to throw more punches inside.
Tyson trying to use the jab as Kevin Rooney was exhorting him to do.
Little movement, little footwork from Pinklon Thomas.
And
Jab.
bring him with the jab, and again with the jab.
Okay. Work your head, okay?
Carlos Padilla tells Tyson to watch the head. And Thomas again, impressive in this round. Long left hand by Tyson. Thomas is just not letting Tyson rough him up like Tyson has been able to do at will against other opponents. And I think it's fair to say lesser opponents. Thomas is holding him a little bit.
I'm waiting to see Mike Tyson throw that bolo punch, kind of bolo. Double right hand. Right hand to the body, right hand to the head.
That's another round for Pinklon Thomas, in my book.
Bad intent.
Bad intentions, baby.
Bad intent. What's the matter? He's getting tired. He's getting tired. Take some water out. Where's the right hand? Huh? Where's the right hand? Spit it out. Spit it out. Spit it out over here. Swing this. Yeah, give me that sound, man. Listen, bad intent. You gotta go with something bad intention. Hard. Go to the body. Hard. Hard. You use your jab a little bit. A little.
Now let's see what Tyson does here and why he's having so much problem. He was coming underneath Thomas to avoid the jab, and he is the one forcing most of the clinches right now, Ray.
Use that jab and use that right hand, but throw the punch with bad intention. Bad intention. You understand? Go into the fight here. You understand?
Now look, you gotta pick up the pace. I don't want you in the clinch. You're doing fine, but you're blowing it because you're laying in there. You're laying in there. I don't want you laying in there. I want you fighting this guy and blocking him. Put some pep into that left hook. You're hitting him with the hook off the jab.
You're doing all right, Pink. Keep that jab right there. Keep that jab right there, man. Don't let him get a ball.
Something has happened to Pinklon Thomas's glove.
Yeah, we got that.
And we wonder now what's happening here, whether he thinks Thomas is tired and he's done something. Remember the famous incident with the cut glove of Muhammad Ali when he fought Henry Cooper. You also remember early in this round that Mike Tyson commented to his corner that he thought Thomas was getting tired. So I'm just wondering whether Angelo is pulling something right here.
Well, in fact, it was as a result of the business with Ali and Cooper that they installed a rule, pardon me, I got the bad throat dog here, but that they installed a rule that you have to have another glove at ringside. So the Dundee rule may be biting Dundee here.
Because of that fight, because of the Ali Cooper. It seems that this glove was split, but we didn't see it. We haven't seen the glove, but we sure are seeing Pinklon Thomas getting some time. You know, Ray, usually the way Mike Tyson fights, and with his enormous presence, this Fort Tyson moving at you, it's like he has such strong music that the other guy dances to his music. But in this fight, Thomas is not dancing to his music. He's shutting the music off, and he's creating the tempo right now.
Well, Pinklon Thomas is starting to fight his fight and using the jab. And what actually he's doing, again, like I said earlier, he's throwing Mike Tyson off. He's breaking Mike Tyson's rhythm. And Angelo told Thomas in the corner, don't stay in the clinches. Move away. Spin the guy off. See, Angelo doesn't want Pinklon Thomas here because he's afraid of the headbutt. He wants Thomas to spin his man off, get back on his bicycle, but not move too much, and use the jab.
This is the 6th round. We're going 12.
Okay, bring it up.
Thomas has answered one question, and that is which Pinklon Thomas will show up. It's the one that beats Tim Witherspoon, win or lose. And the question now, of course, is which Mike Tyson is showing up.
I think Mike Tyson, what happens, he tries to impress the public. I mean, he thinks it's an obligation. He has to understand the key to winning is do it your way.
There was a big uppercut by Tyson.
And the way he's doing it his way now, but he has to forget about the crowd. Do it his way. And don't be embarrassed by his performances. Or a certain performance.
And a left hand, and that staggered Thomas. And a right hand behind it. Thomas in trouble again. And now Tyson moves in for the kill. 2 uppercuts to the left hand. Thomas trying to hold on. Serious trouble. And down he goes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's over. It is over. Thomas did not make it by the count of 10.
You heard in the corner before that round, Kevin Rooney saying, start throwing punches with mean intentions. In effect, he was saying, can those jabs I've been telling you to throw for the first 5 rounds and start throwing some real punches. And when he did, he did. I would also point out for those who care about such things that Tyson was a 6-5 favorite to end the fight before the end of the 6th round, which he just did.
Well, that was a real test, I think, for Mike Tyson.
Well, he fought a guy that had the right formula supposedly to defeat Mike, and that was a jab to tie him up and to give him lateral movement. But I think what happened, Pinklon Thomas eventually got caught with one of those powerful blows, and the rest was history.
Well, Ray, you were saying that Tyson could probably go to the uppercut. I think you said that in the 2nd or 3rd round, and it took a couple of rounds, but when he got to it, he got to it. Watch this uppercut.
Well, the reason I said the uppercut would be a factor is because Pinklon Thomas at times will lean inside, and that uppercut it was an accurate punch and a very powerful punch.
Now let's take a look at the knockdown. You know, we talk about finishers, and I've always said you were a great finisher. Well, here's a guy who doesn't have to take a back seat.
Well, he levels his punches. I mean, he gets so much leverage behind each punch. Mike Tyson can fight southpaw. He can fight orthodox. He puts his hip behind. Look at here. He's just putting his entire body behind his punch, and he's so relentless. Again, the uppercut, left hook. He's still positioned to throw more punches, and it's just a matter of time. That left hook there was deadly.
Just a great finisher. I mean, once his man is hurt, he is gone.
Well, why Mike Tyson's such a threat to the heavyweight division is because he is such a good finisher. He gets you hurt. He doesn't let you off the hook.
Well, Kevin Rooney is trainer, and we always talk to fighters, of course, and talk to Mike and talk to Kevin. And Kevin told us this guy's going to be champion as long as he wants to be champion. And it's obvious he wants to continue being champion. First time that Thomas has ever been knocked out. Right now, let's go up to the ring announcer, Chuck. Call for the official decision. Chuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time. 2 minutes of the 6th round. Referee Carlos Padilla stops the bout. The winner by a TKO and still WBC, WBA heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
And let's go up to Larry Merchant now, who is with the winner, Mike Tyson. Larry?
Mike, until the end, that was tougher than it was supposed to be. Was it tougher than you thought it would be?
Good fight, man. Good fight. Thank you.
Good fight.
It's my pleasure to give you a shot at the title. I think you deserve it.
Answer the question. Let me start again. It looked like it was much tougher than it was supposed to be up until the end.
Of course, but you know, I saw him in previous fights he would get tired. And I said, if I knock him out early when he's tired, he won't have no defense and it'll be spectacular. And I knew he would get tired somewhere around the 7th round. And I saw in the last 2 fights, he was gasping for a little air.
You said before the previous round that you thought he was getting
I
tired.
knew he was getting tired.
But he seemed to establish his jab pretty well and frustrate you quite a bit while you were trying to box with him in those rounds.
But as you know, I was getting my jab off too. And as you know, he has a great jab, like everyone knows. You know, and he's a great fighter. And I feel I'm the best fighter in the world because I beat the best fighter in the world. Everybody gave him the regard.
Do you feel he was the second best heavyweight out there?
Absolutely. Now I proved it.
When Kevin said to you before the round, start throwing punches with mean intentions, it sounded to me like he was really saying, forget that jab I've been telling you to throw all this time.
No. He wanted me to use the jab, but I was trying to convince him, which is my fault, and I should never do that. He was getting tired. And I said, give me one more round. Give me one more round. And I'll do whatever you say.
Okay. Mike, let's take a look at the knockout sequence of punches. You describe it for us.
Well, I thought I could sneak the uppercut in there. And I was just working it to the body, to the head. I thought it was hurt. And I just put everything together. He was tough, but I thought I'm going to put him together. And as you see, I'm putting him together, boom.
You hit him some decent shots up to then. Were you surprised that he took them as well
No,
as he did?
I saw him fight Weaver, and Weaver's the greatest knockout puncher around when he was fighting. And he took Weaver's best shot.
What is your feeling of satisfaction compared to the last time we had you here?
Well, I opened up and I was using my head more, and now when I go to the gym, I don't have to listen to too much criticism, even though I'm going to hear it.
Are you looking forward to fighting Tony Tucker and unifying the whole heavyweight division next?
Absolutely. I want his title so bad it's not even funny.
Okay, we hope it's not funny, or we hope maybe it's funny. But we'll hope to be there.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you, and congratulations again. Back to ringside.
All right, right now that it's said and done, what do you think? He beat a good heavyweight. He beat a quality heavyweight. Still impressed as you were with Mike Tyson? I would think you have to be, just based on the guy he fought tonight.
Well, I was impressed with the fact that Mike Tyson all of a sudden went back to what got him there. You know, power, relentless pressure, and not letting up. I think sometimes Mike, well, in the past, has become too cautious. But his biggest factor is staying aggressive and being tenacious.
But he did that in the first round. Looked like he was going to put him away in the first round. I think Thomas probably took his best shot. And then Thomas started to dictate the tempo of the fight. It just seemed like a matter of time for Mike Tyson. At least that's his attitude.
Well, I think it still was a good fight because Mike Tyson took his time. Pinklon Thomas gave him problems because of his jab when he did use it. The jab was keeping Mike off balance. When Mike got inside, they both were clinched, and it wasn't too much action. Then all of a sudden, the 6th round, Mike started letting go those shots to the body, to the head. So eventually, he was able to wear down Pinklon Thomas.
Looking for his one spot, and when he found it, he took advantage of it. And as we mentioned, you were looking at a great closer, a guy who really knows how to finish. Here are the punch stat totals. Mike Tyson threw 247 punches. That's about the norm for him. He averaged a 53% effectiveness rate. Thomas, on the other hand, threw a lot of punches each other. Well, that wasn't what it was tonight. Thomas wanted to fight, and I think Mike Tyson got all he wanted from Pinklon Thomas. Now let's get back up to the center of the ring and Larry Merchant. Larry?
Earlier tonight, I commented that too often it seems that the water comes to the top in the heavyweight division. But in this last fight, we did see the cream come to the top. Michael Tyson, obviously the best heavyweight in the world right now. Although he did appear more vulnerable in this fight than he has in the past. So maybe someone who does come along with true boxing skills, great legs, and good nerve will give him even more trouble than Pinklon Thomas did for a few rounds tonight. There's one thing about Mike Tyson that brings a smile to my lips. It's a habit that all of us have of when a man reaches some sort of perfection or domination, or even a team for that matter, we first want to applaud them and high-five them and celebrate them and tell them how great they are. And about 10 minutes later, we go around saying, is there anybody out there who can beat him? Well, right now, in all honesty, I'd have to say that the only one who can beat Mike Tyson that we know of is Mike Tyson. If he takes care of business, not even Mike Tyson can beat himself. Barry?
Well, Ray, let me ask you the question that Larry Merchant just posed. Can anybody beat Mike Tyson?
Well, I just retired.
That's true. You were only talking about 175, right? Although there was a hot rumor. Let me